Welcome back. The dream lives on. The next generation is now taking up the torch that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. started decades ago. Yolanda Renee King, the grandchild of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., is here to talk about a new book she wrote about the new generation of activists. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Thank you for having me.
So you're 15 years old, okay, at a time when most teens are worried about driving cars. What made you want to decide to write a book?
People have asked me a few times, well, are you going to write a book? You should write a book one day. And so I thought, okay, when I'm older, I'm going to write a book one day, and it's definitely going to be somewhere on my bucket list, and I'll get it done. I'll get it done one day. And I didn't realize how soon it would be. And when I guess the opportunity kind of just arose, and when the opportunity came, I decided to take that opportunity and take advantage of that. And what better time to release it than at the beginning of a new year and a new month, and make a new New Year's resolution for 2024 going on to 2025.
So tell us a little bit about the book.
Well, the book, we wanted to make something that really caught the eye and got the attention of the readers, and also using poetic language. And it's actually inspired by Langston Hughes's poem, I Dream a World, which interestingly enough inspired the I Have a Dream speech, which both of them have inspired this We Dream a World book. And it just describes the type of world we can have. It literally has the book summary in its title, We Dream a World, the world that we dream. And I know that I'm not the only one who sees this world. There are many other people who see this world, and it uses through the images you can really see, and it demonstrates what this world, what the Promised Land looks like.
So as a child, what did you hear about the civil rights movement and your grandfather's work? And of course, how did it influence you?
Firstly, I know that a lot of people believe that I am following in his footsteps and am doing his footsteps. But while yes, I do want to follow in his footsteps, I would like to make my own footsteps and have my own impact. And I think that also comes from my parents telling me, listen, you don't have to do things the way your grandparents did things. You don't have to follow them. You don't have to be them. You are Yolanda King, and that's what makes you unique. Yes, your situation is unique, but who you are is also, and most importantly, what makes you unique. And so you do things your own way. I think that's the most important thing. And yes, to answer the first part of your question, yes, the civil rights movement was a big part, and I always constantly heard about that and heard about it growing up. And my parents I constantly heard stories, and some stories that I guess the books fully don't cover. And I think what makes my situation so special is that I got to see not just the glorification part. I think that history books so often glorify this situation and glorify this scenario, but I also got to see the movement and I guess the hard work of the movement, because I think so often we skip that part. I think we just go to the happy, fun celebration part.
So Yolanda, how will your family celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday this year?
So this year, usually we always engage in service. It's a day on, not a day off. And I think a lot of people think that, oh, I just need to make my social media post acknowledging and celebrating him, and that's that. But no, there's service that goes into it. So we always try to do a service project. But this year, we will be launching our service initiative to, I guess, engage and furthermore encourage service. And this year is actually the 95th birthday, so it's a milestone. And the service initiative, which we call Realizing the Dream, is a 5-year process, and we'll during these 5 years obtain a certain amount of service hours for the 100th birthday. So 95 is a big milestone. We will be doing something for the biggest milestone, which is 100. So for his 100th birthday, we want to have this big amount of service hours, and you will learn more, and we will actually be launching it on the King holiday. So stay tuned.
So tell us what advice you have, of course, for young people wanting to make a difference.
Well, activism is about using your platform for good. So it's simple. Find something that you are good at, that you enjoy, that you have a passion in, and use that for good, whether that be through art, music, sports, starting a club or joining something, and find a way to help be involved or make an impact. And it doesn't have to be something big. It can eventually grow into something big, but it doesn't have to start off big. It starts with one little idea in your head and your passion.
Yolanda Renee King, thank you so much for your time. Her book, We Dream a World, Carrying the Light from My Grandparents, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott King, is out now where books are sold. For more information, all you have to do is snap that QR code on your screen and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab if you visit the website.
Celebrate San Antonio with us on YouTube.
Yeah, all of your favorite DIY videos, food, drinks, tips, and tricks. If you've seen it here, it's on the SA Live YouTube channel.
Just search KSAT SA Live on YouTube and like, subscribe, and ring the bell.